What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on the HSR. If you're new, welcome to the channel. Guys, today, since we turned bulls out in the last video, I thought we'd talk about bull EPDs and what we look for when I'm choosing my bulls. So stay tuned here. Let's jump into it. Ranch on. All right, so I think the most important thing, guys, when you're choosing your bulls is one, the EPDs, and two, what kind of bull you want. So us personally, we breed to 100% Charolais bulls, and we look for a lot of growth out of the EPDs when we're choosing the EPDs. We sell commercially in sale barn. We don't do anything registered in our cow herd. Commercial means we just take our calves to the sale barn. We're not keeping replacement heifers. We're not selling bulls. We're not doing any of that. We're simply raising a calf and selling it and making our living doing it that way. So as you can see, both the bulls are back there. There's a cow in heat, and they're both trying to get after it. Anyways, let's get into it, guys. So the bull we bought is the Jefferson bull. You've seen him in the last two videos a little bit. And then we also have a pride bull. He's from Hubert here in Kansas. He's, I think 18 months old. Our bull's a little bit older than him. I think 2 months older. But anyways, I'm going to refer to them as the Jefferson bull and the pride bull. Jefferson bull is mine. Pride bull is the bull we rent from a really good buddy of mine. First off, guys, I'm going to talk about my Jefferson bull first in particular, and I'll kind of go back and forth to kind of compare. But one thing I really look for in my Charolais bulls is I want to keep the birth weight under 90. Guys, we don't have any heifers on this cow herd that we'll be breeding to. They're all probably 13 to 16, 1700 pound cows because we bought these cows 3 years ago, and it doesn't make sense to sell them because they're almost paid off. And so I would like to have smaller frame cows, but as of now, we have big frame cows and they should be able to have bigger calves. Our adjusted weaning weight for the bull we bought, the Jefferson bull, is an adjusted 88 pound bull at birth. So his calves should be, give or take, probably 5 pounds either way of that. This will be his first calf crop in our fall herd. He bred all of our spring cows earlier this summer. The reason we bought him, guys, is he has really big growth potential, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for pounds because I am selling pounds at the sale barn. So when I'm looking at an EPD chart, looking at a bull sale, I'm looking at the calving ease. I don't care really about birth weight. I want the calving ease to be a little bit low so I don't have to worry about pulling calves. But at the same time, I'm also looking at the birth weight because I don't want it to be over 90. That makes for a big calf, let's be honest. So his birth weight is 88, his calving ease is 12. Calving ease is 12, so technically on the statistic chart, you could put him on heifers because of his calving ease. Guys, his weaning weight, it's well above the breed average. The breed average is between 60 and 65 on their scale, and his is 85. Very strong growth at weaning time, and that's why I picked this bull. Yearling weight is 140 for the 365 day. Guys, that is huge growth out of a bull, huge. Like I said, we don't keep any replacement heifers out of our bulls or our cows because I don't like these type of calves for my cow herd. I'm trying to get smaller frame, not big frame, and I'm breeding for big frame because that's what I'm selling. So anyways, that's kind of what we look for. You know, we want to look for good marbling, fat thickness, ribeye area, and all of his is a little above average. Like for example, the ribeye is 0.94, the breed average is 0.7. Let's see here, and I have my list here. I'm trying to explain it to you guys so you guys can see. Let's see here. Okay, and then the terminal sire index is $289.53. What this means, guys, is it's just an all-around performance index used on the Charolais for growth, carcass, efficiency, feedlot value. The breed average is between 2 to 220, and like I said, his is 289. So he's gonna be making us more dollars because of his growth when we go to sell. So the pride bull we use, guys, he is a moderate frame bull. He has average growth, moderate growth. But I really like what he looks like, and he comes from a very reputable place. And to be honest, guys, it's one of the bulls that I was excited to use because I want to buy a bull from Hubert, I think, next year. Here they are right here. Here's my Jefferson bull in the front, and then here's the Hubert bull in the back. They're both younger. They have to breed 43 cows, so they should be able to get after it. All right, y'all, so for the overall value of the index, the Pride Bull is at $273, so it's just a little bit less than our Jefferson Bull, which, like I said, my really good buddy didn't buy his bull for pounds. He likes really low birth weights. He doesn't really like messing around with anything higher than about 80, to be honest. I think this bull was a 74-pound birth weight. So it's a real small calf. I say small, but for some of you Black Angus, Hereford guys, you guys like 60-pound birth weights. So for the weaning weight on the Pride Bull, he's score of a 69. The yearling weight's a 115. Both the milk on both of them is a 28 and 29, but like I said, we don't breed for that. Carcass traits, his bull has a little better marbling and ribeye than mine does. That's one thing that I really want to start getting into when I'm looking at bulls, guys, is that, because I would like to eventually, you know, run our calves as wean calves and run them out on triticale or grass, and then actually take them to the feed yard and sell them as feeders, maybe even sell them to the feed yard and then buy back in, or maybe just feed them all the way through. That's something I've also considered to, you know, potentially do in the future. So that's kind of a brief kind of video example of what I look for in EPDs. To recap, I look for birth weight and calving ease. I like my birth weight to be under 90, and I like my calving ease to be around 12. You know, if it's safe for heifers, and it should be safe for cows. And the two main ones I look for, guys, is the weaning weight. What's his potential weaning weight gonna be, and the yearling weight. And then kind of some sub stuff I look at is marbling, ribeye, and whatnot. So I was really proud with this Jefferson bull we got from Larson Ranch out in Sharon Springs. If you guys have heard of them, you should look into them. They got great genetics down there. We actually did a ranch tour down there. And then, like I said, that Pride Bull, I don't know as much on him because I didn't personally purchase him, but he has good EPDs, and I think he should have some good calves for us next year. And with that being said, I wanted to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I appreciate all the support you guys have given me over the last, well, really 2 years doing YouTube. So with that being said, I'm gonna end the video here. I appreciate you. Catch you in the next one. Peace.